welcome back to the channel. This is Katie from Homemade Food Junkie. Today we are going to make one of my favorite recipes. It's pan-fried chicken. I love this chicken recipe. It's one of my go-tos if I'm like really in a dinner rut and I have no idea what to make, or I just need to make something quick and simple. This chicken is so good. I searched far and wide for tips on how to make like a really good pan-fried chicken, mostly because if you go into like a restaurant and have a Caesar salad or have something else and they put chicken in there, it always tastes so good. And I could never figure out like, how do they make this chicken taste so good? So I figured it out. I figured out the secret, and like I will never pan-fry chicken another way again. So it's very simple. All you need is basically chicken breast, a pan, some olive oil, salt and pepper, and I also like to put a little bit of Creole seasoning on it. That's not required, it's just as good without the Creole seasoning. The Creole seasoning just adds a little tiny bit of spice. So let's get started. So the first thing that you need to do is season your chicken on both sides. And I like to get a lot of seasoning, so don't be shy. Put, you know, a good amount of salt on there, flip it over, a good amount of salt on the other side. So I don't know if you guys saw that viral video on Facebook about how to make like the pepper come out better, but I did, and it's really easy. You just do that with the salt and the pepper comes out so much better because it's got those little ridges on the bottom. I don't know why every salt and pepper shaker doesn't have like a little label that says, hey, these ridges are here for a reason. I don't know. I've been doing salt and pepper for years and I never knew that. And the last thing I'm going to do, which is totally optional, but I like to add Creole seasoning on the top as well. Again, this is kind of a free-form recipe, so if you don't want to do Creole seasoning, you can do Montreal steak seasoning is very good. They make regular chicken seasoning. You can just put garlic salt on it, or onion salt, or onion powder. Just kind of make it your own recipe and use your own seasonings as you like. But this is all I do for mine. And now we're going to get the frying pan warmed up with a little bit of olive oil in the bottom and get ready to cook this chicken. Now, I am only making one chicken breast today because I'm just making this for lunch. I'm going to chop it up and put it in a salad for lunch. This recipe you can totally do 2 chicken breasts, 3 chicken breasts, basically however many you can fit in your pan without the chicken breast touching. Now the rule is, what we're going to want to do is 5 minutes per side in medium heat olive oil. This chicken breast is okay, it's not too thick. You can see on the side here, it's got a little bit of thickness to it, but that will still cook in the 5 minutes. If your chicken breast is any thicker, you know, some of them are huge and they're like super fat and thick. If your chicken breast is really thick like that, you're gonna need to probably slice it down, maybe cut it in half before you start. An important thing to note is do not, halfway through cooking, pierce your chicken at all. The second you pierce the chicken, you're gonna lose the juices out of your chicken, and it's gonna wind up dry. So we want to protect the chicken once we start the cooking process. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are by my stove top. We are gonna turn this to medium-high heat. You don't want it too hot and you don't want it too cold because we do want it to cook in 10 minutes or be ready to go in 10 minutes. I use extra virgin olive oil. You can use coconut oil, avocado oil. I wouldn't use vegetable oil because that just kind of has kind of an icky taste on the chicken. So I just use extra virgin olive oil and it's really good. So you're just gonna want to do a liberal coating in the pan. Oil's heating up real quick. I want to talk about what we're gonna do at the end of this process. We are gonna let the meat rest. And what that means is we are gonna take it off of the heat, put it onto a plate, and cover it with tin foil. There's 2 reasons that we do this. The first reason is your meat will be way juicier, and I mean like tons juicier if you do this. That's because if you let the meat sit on the plate, the juice is gonna pool out and it will let the meat suck back up some of those juices. If you immediately cut a piece of meat right after taking it off of the heat, you will lose all of those juices. They'll just flow out onto the plate and your meat's gonna be dry in the center. So resting your meat is very important. The second reason is it kind of continues to cook after you take it off of the heat. So if your meat was like not quite there yet, it's a really good idea to let it rest and just make sure that it gets that extra bit of time to retain the heat and cook a little more. Okay, so our oil is hot. We are gonna put that chicken breast down and cover it. We will cook this for 5 minutes on one side, take the cover off, flip the chicken, and cook another 5 minutes. We are getting ready to flip our chicken, and I'm gonna tell you, I recommend tongs to flip the chicken, and that is so you don't accidentally pierce that chicken meat, because once you pierce it, you will lose all your juices. So I would protect it by using tongs to flip it, not forks or knives. Okay, so it's cooked at 5 minutes per side, so I'm just gonna put that tin foil over. So you're gonna loosely cover it with tin foil, and then it's going to rest another 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, our chicken has rested for 10 minutes. Looks really good. So what I'm gonna do is cut this chicken up and put it into a Caesar salad that I made for lunch. See, this chicken has a nice sear on the top. This part tastes so good. It's just like full of flavor. All of the seasonings have really been baked into the top. And let me tell you, this is going to be a juicy, yummy piece of chicken. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is so much juice in the center of this chicken, and this was like the very middle of the chicken breast. And I am just gonna add this chicken breast right into the salad. And the salad is going to be my lunch today. Let's give this chicken a try. It's very good. This chicken is so full of flavor. It is just the absolute best way to pan fry chicken breast that I've found, and I do it all the time. My 4-year-old will eat the chicken. She begs me to make chicken and rice for dinner because she just loves this chicken. My husband loves this chicken. I love this chicken. It's a great way if you're trying to eat like really healthy and you're trying to eat a lot of chicken breast and you're like bored of baked chicken breast. This really has a lot of flavor and a lot of seasonings in it. So give it a try if you're wanting to change up your chicken game a little bit. It's really good with roasted vegetables, to put in salads, to eat with brown rice as a side, just a big old chicken breast with some brown rice or white rice alongside of it. So it's a very versatile thing to know how to pan fry a chicken breast well, because it can really be added to a lot of different recipes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you. If you have any tips and tricks on how to pan fry meat, different ways that you guys like to do it that make it really juicy, comment down below, because I would love to see those and I would love to read them. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.